What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. This your boy Reckless Talk with the Reckless Talk Podcast, Reckless Talk Sports Podcast, Reckless Talk Management and Promotions, HoustonCityBeat.com. We are the storytellers of Houston. Man, we got a dope interview for you guys tonight, man. It's episode 128, kicking it with hip-hop artist KO. What's going on, my guy?
What's good with it, dog? You know what it is. I'm just chilling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. We finally got you here, man. We finally made it happen, man.
Man, it wasn't too bad. It took what, about 2 weeks. That's it. You know, that's it. It wasn't bad. Maybe 3 weeks. You know, we talked about it.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. I really do, man. I love what you got going. I love what you got going for the culture and everything, man. And man, it's gonna be dope, bro. It's gonna be super dope. Let's get to the comments real quick. We got some people here. Everybody, we are live on YouTube Music, and Facebook. So if you rock with us on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. If you rock with us on Facebook, like, comment, love, share. Let's get all these artist names out there. And if you rock with us on YouTube Music, I truly appreciate you guys. My podcast goes where you go. Man, we got Rob in the house. What's going on? 604 E Killer. Man, we got Joey Slad.
Oh, yeah, I see you.
Yeah. Joey Slad said, what up, Reckless? What up, KO?
What up?
Man, where do we start, man? Shit is dope. Man, so, man, let's say about, man, you're originally from Louisiana, you know, raised in Texas. Man, what is the difference from Louisiana and Texas when it comes to the music scene?
It's faster, bro. It's faster. You know, Houston more slow down, laid back. You know, out there it's more party vibe. You know what I'm saying? The new age on a different level than, you know, what we was on back in the day. You know what I'm saying? They on some street stuff. You know?
Yeah. Man, for those that don't know you, man, let me get him a rundown, man. This is KO, man. SPC, man. Will be second generation SPC, right?
Oh yeah, second generation. The same thing, you know what I'm saying? K-Rino is pretty much the same thing, but it's a different tag on the SPC, you know, second generation, the second coming, you know, some other cats to carry the flag beyond the OGs aspect, you know.
Yeah. And for people that don't know, man, SPC, man, they're a group, man, K-Rino, Rapper K, Murder One, just to name a few, man. Man, you be
point
around
blank cliche.
You know what I mean? Like, you be around some legends, man. How would you say that helped molded your career?
Actually, I wouldn't say molded aspect because, I mean, it put me in a different lane. But when Reno came to me, I was already me. I already established my name doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? And he said that was the thing that pretty much got me noticed by him because I was always grinding shows. You know, if I wasn't promoting shows, I was performing on shows, you know, doing my own thing, you know what I'm saying? And that go a long way, you know, for an underground artist of myself to do 96 shows in 1 year, from booking myself, putting together my own shows, getting booked for shows, hosting, you know, it went a long way.
I was just about to say that too, man. You host also, what's that show we went to where you host that Lil Flip? Was it Lil Flip concert?
Lil Flip. Yeah. Scoutball. I've been there for 9 years, you know,
man,
hosting and performing.
Amazing host, bro. Amazing host. Your energy, the way you work that crowd, amazing host for real.
To touch on that, to elaborate on that, the reason I host the way I do host is because the OG Wicked Cricket, may he rest in peace, he took me under his wing and taught me the hosting aspect. You know what I'm saying? He taught me a lot as far as how to work the crowd and stuff like that. You know, performing came natural. Hosting, he kind of helped mold that into what it is today. You know what I'm saying? And of course, some of my favorite comedians, because I get up there and cut the fool, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, when we was at that Lil Flip concert, man, I would just watch you, man. Like you said, your energy, the way you work that crowd. I've been to shows where it's like, all right, this whole sucks. You know what I mean? Like, don't pump the crowd up. Don't do just on the mic or drive with it. You know what I mean? I was at a show recently. I ain't gonna say what show it was, but I was like, damn, I really wish I was hosting the show. You know what I mean? Because they trying to pump up the crowd, but you all normal. You ain't yelling or trying. You know what I mean? You know how you ain't hyped or nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I go to shows like that too, and I be like, man, give me the mic, man. Let me get up there and do what I do. But at the same time, you know, I want to do it, but at the same time, I look at my partner who helped me on the business side. He'd be like, no, don't you do it. You ain't getting paid for it. Don't go do it. I be wanting to do it because he know I got the itch to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Man, let's talk about the little KO, man. What was KO like as a kid?
Bad trouble. Bad trouble. I mean, she stayed in trouble. I was just having fun. I enjoyed being a kid. You know what I'm saying? I was outside. I wouldn't say I got in trouble because it's only trouble if you get caught. You know what I'm saying? But I was out there misbehaving. You know what I'm saying? I give you that. I was very energetic outside kid. Always in the mischief. Put it that way, mischief. My mom always said I was up to no good. She told me a story. She said when I used to fall asleep, she used to throw holy water on me. She said, yeah, I used to throw holy water on you, kind of bless you a little bit and getting demons out you.
All right, so we just gonna put it out there. You was bad as fuck. Let's just keep it real.
Yeah. You know, I was bad as fuck. And then, hey, to touch on real quick, I know you introduced me and everything like that, but for my people that always ask me to do this, anytime I touch the mic or whatever, I'm gonna introduce myself real proper, like. I am KO, aka Mr. You Can't Handle Me, the Suntan SupaMan, your neighborhood bad superhero, the SPC 2G Livewire.
Let's go.
That's the introduction.
Let's go.
Hey, that's why I got these. That's why I got these, bro. You know,
that's what we just about to touch on, man. Let's talk about your belt you carry around.
All right. Story is on the belts. You know, one of my favorite artists back in the game. A lot of youngsters might not know, but one of my favorite artists was Pastor Troy. Mm-hmm. You know, and I used to watch wrestling growing up like everybody else did, and I saw Pastor Troy had a championship belt. I was like, man, that's cold. That's live. And I always wanted one, but I wasn't in the position to get one. You know what I'm saying? So once I got in a position to get one, because I felt like my energy on stage wasn't nobody really touching me. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you got to come with it. That's how the name Mr. You Can't Handle Me came about. So I said, man, I'm gonna get the belt. So I looked up, fortunate enough to get a custom belt made, all my design, you know what I'm saying, which is time for a new one. So that's why I rock the belt, because I feel like when I touch the stage and I'm really on it, nah, bro, ain't too many gonna keep up with me. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, it was a lot more energy. Now, you know, I'm still got that same energy, but it's a little toned down version, you know, short-winded now.
I think I seen that night 2 of the fashion show.
It's a toned down energy, you know what I'm saying? And which I'm guilty of this all the time. I can say this. We used to have a motto, me and my brother Conflict. The motto was that whether it's 5 or 500, we gonna bring it every time. Well, me, I get into that like, man, the energy ain't there. So, you know, for us to do what we got to do on stage, it's like a mutual thing. I feed off the crowd feed off to me. When I give that energy to the crowd, they give it back to me, and it's going back and forth. We amplify it. You know what I'm saying? So when the crowd is into it, you know, I'm gonna get down. You know, back in the day, it used to be I'm on tables and on speakers and jumping off of stages and dancing on the bar and dancing with chicks and rapping, and you know, when it's up, you know.
Yeah, big fan. And I'm glad you mentioned the whole thing about the crowd. How do you amp up a crowd, hype up a crowd that's just dead?
Man, on that, I kind of judge the crowd. See what they mind is, what they feeling, and so I get into the zone to where it's like, okay, let me kind of lighten the tone up a little bit, you know, break the ice a little bit. So I kind of slip into this comedic / host mode, because one of my all-time favorite comedians is Eddie Griffin and Richard Pryor, and the way they work the crowd, it's kind of like, okay, that's how I kind of break the ice, get the crowd into it, because they be like, man, this dude just said that he ain't got no sense, you know. So then kind of gauge it. Okay, this crowd, this side feeling that, and it kind of go back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Just playing with the crowd, knowing what they looking for.
Yeah. I host magic shows Thursday nights, and I don't do magic, you know what I mean? So how I work, I tell jokes. You know what I mean? I just sit and tell jokes because they expect the magic from me. You know what I mean? So that's one of the lines I start out with on Thursday once I finish my introduction and introducing everybody, welcoming everybody. before I get off stage, before I announce the next act, I'll be like, hey, y'all ready for me to do my first magic trick? And they be like, yeah, they be hyped. And I'm like, oh, well, you gotta wait because I don't do magic. And I don't know, for some reason they love that shit. They just laugh, you know what I mean? Like,
see me, I would be like, I would show you a magic trick. Who got a $20 bill? I'm gonna make it disappear. Hey, it's gonna disappear. That's me.
Yo, it's funny you said that, man. Big shout out to Paul Carpenter, man, one of the magicians, man. He does a money trick, a money magic trick, and that's exactly how he starts. Who got a $50 bill? And they take it in. All right, go sit down.
My pocket, disappear from your hand and reappear in my pocket.
Man, you spoke on earlier. You spoke on how K Reno came to you. You know, you was established. Man, how was that feeling having the Wizard come to you, wanting you to be a part of them?
And the story, I'll give you a little background on 2G. Because I knew Reno, but I didn't know Reno because at the time I was signed to a label out in Pasadena, Re-Up Entertainment. Shout out to Sniper, Big Dog Sniper. We did some of the best music. So, you know, he was lobbying to be SPC because his recognition as a lyricist and an artist and engineer. And he was like, yo, I got K Reno coming to the studio. I'm like, okay, what you want me to do? And I was like, kind of just shrugged it off, you know, because I didn't really listen to a lot of Houston music like that to know K Reno. I was big on like ESG and, you know, some of the cats back in the day, even though I heard Reno, but didn't know who he was. And I was kind of got my little Google handy and did some research. I was like, oh shit, that's the Wizard. So he walked in and it just so happened, you know, I ain't want to fanboy out or nothing. And he told me, which I met him at shows kind of like on the fly, hey, what's up, Reno? Yeah, KO, you know, but when he walked in the studio, it was a different story. I ain't want to fanboy out, you know, and we chopped it up, we talked, and Sniper actually played a song that I had called Last Letter, which the original song was me, Sniper, and Rapper K. Straight out of my mind, me and Sniper brainstormed on it. You know, and Reno was talking to me, and Sniper was doing a little mixing thing, and Reno said, man, what song is that? And Sniper was like, well, that's KO song. And he was like, man, I need that for my album, you know, which was on Annihilation of Evil Machine. So he looked at me, Sniper looked at me, he was like, hey, yo, can I have that? I'm like, nigga, I'm about to say no. I was like, yeah, you can have it. You can have it, you know. And that's why that song went from 3 verses to 4 verses, Annihilation of Evil Machine, Last Letter. And after that, we sat down, chopped it up, and he told me, he was like, you know, I wanna do something a little different because I feel like we've been in the game, we established, we need to attract more of a younger audience to the SPC flag. He said, so I was thinking about starting this thing called SPC 2G. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I'm just like agreeing with him, you know, that tip where they say don't have that yes man in the studio. At that moment, I was that yes man. So I was like, yeah, okay, cool. So it went on, we talked about it. He came back like the next day or so and he said, I want to do it, called SPC 2G. I said, okay, that's nice. And, you know, and he said, well, I want you to be part of it. And I'm like, nigga, I ain't done nothing. What you mean? And he was like, yeah, I want you to be part of it because I see your grind, I see your hustle. You work without me having to work for you. And that's what we want, artists that do work, but we ain't got to work for them, you know, because you get those artists that they wait for you to do stuff and then they jump on. You say, I don't want to have to do that. You know, y'all establish, you do your thing. And he said, I got some other cats in mind that I want to bring into the fold. And what you think about it, which everyone he named was my partners from shows, which was Conflict. So it was me, Conflict, Analyst, and Them Damn Twins, which at the time, Them Damn Twins went by TEC, the Inner Chambers. And they used to come out because we all used to perform at Jet Lounge, you know, and I would host the shows and I could never remember the nigga's damn name between Shorty Sublime and Decipher. So, and I get on the liquor, you know what I'm saying? I get like, man, I say, man, Them Damn Twins, you know, and it stuck, you know what I'm saying? I told them how I spell it, you know, and they was like, man, that's nice. And after that, it just stuck. And that's what everybody kind of called them by. And after that, that was the core of SPC 2G, KO, Conflict, Them Damn Twins, and Analysts. That was the core that Reno handpicked himself. You know what I'm saying? And after that, we kind of branched out. He said, y'all own it. You know, whatever y'all want to do, it's up to y'all. Y'all want to bring people in, that's cool. He said, but I don't want a clique of homeboys. You know, I want artists that's gonna grind and we ain't gotta, hold their hand. So he gave us the okay to bring different artists in as we choose. And it started out as like a little vote, majority rules. Some people say yeah, some people say no. And if the majority say no, we move on. We might revisit it a couple of years later or months later down the road. And they end up with the nod, yeah. So that's why we like 13, 14 strong right now.
That's dope, bro. That's super dope. And man, that's a perfect example. Like you said, you was in the studio, just making music, doing what you do, man. And that's why I've had artists. What I'm about to say to you, I've had this conversation with other artists. Man, you never know who's watching. You never know who's watching, from how big you are to the smallest guy out there. You never know who's watching. And man, you got to be out there. You got to be networking. You in the studio doing what you do. If you wasn't there, who knows if we would be having this conversation right now.
Right. And to elaborate on what you said, how you said you never know who's watching. Like I got a testament to that, because from me hosting shows at Toke Bar, there was some big executive in the crowd one night, and I didn't know. I'm up there doing my thing, and I get loaded. Big no. So I get loaded. Warren was pissed off at me because he always say, "Nah, you ain't drinking before you perform." But I'm feeling good that night, and after the show, the dude, he pulled me to the side and wanted to talk to me. Well, while he's talking to me, I'm lit. I'm slurring and stuff like that. And it was a good business conversation, but I came off as a liability. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I don't want to invest my money into something that I'm not going to see a return on. So I learned that early in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I always say that's on me because I didn't know no better. So I kind of guess I tricked myself out that position, because like you say, if you like that, somebody with money, they don't want to invest in you because you're a liability.
Mm-hmm. Big fan. I'm glad you said that. Everyone watching, all artists out there watching live, watching in the future, man. Take heed to what he really just said, because it's true. I mean, I've dealt with artists. We ain't gonna get into their names, but I've dealt with artists where they lost a huge opportunity because of a situation they put out there that should have never been in the public. You know what I mean? And I had to tell them, like, y'all being watched. Y'all at a point in y'all career where you don't know who's watching you, and you just lost out on something huge for your career. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
And that's another thing. I try to tell artists, man, if y'all listening, man, keep your personal life personal. Keep your personal life personal, because like KO just said, nobody wants a liability.
Ain't nobody gonna invest money for a liability.
Exactly. Man, we got Rapper K in the house. What's going on?
Rapper K, my brother, salute, man. Hey, y'all give a big shout out to my brother, man. He dealing with some stuff. He in recovery mode right now. That is the father of UV Dawn. You seen her on stage with me, man. And
big shout out to
gonna keep pushing.
Since you mentioned that, we're gonna pull up this flyer real quick. Man, April 21st, Reckless Talk Management Promotions, A1 Music Empire, and TR Apparel presents T Phenomenal and Friends Pop-Up Concert Tour. First stop is in Spring, Texas at TR Apparel, and UV Dawn is on that list for that show, man. She's a dope artist. Super dope, man. Big shout out to Rapper K.
Man, you want to hear a little background story? You know what I'm saying? Hey, it ain't about me. It's about everybody I mess with. You know what I'm saying? So a background story on UV Dawn, that's Rapper K's daughter. He's a South Park Coalition legend, and he one show, he was like, because I've been doing shows with Rapper K for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Rapper K, come perform. So he was like, bro, my daughter rap. I was like, oh, okay. And you'd be like, yeah, most people just say that and just say that to say it. He said, man, check this out. So we sitting in the Escalade, and he played a track. I'm like, man, okay, she jamming. He's like, I think she ready. He played another track. I say, man, you think she'd be down to perform? And he was like, man, I don't know. She really ain't done no show. She did one show that she ended up booking herself for. It's a little underground show, small show. So he was like, you think she ready? I was like, bro. Well, I asked him. I said, "You think she ready?" He said, "I think so." I say, "Well, I got the show with zero." He said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, you know, me and you done zero like 4 or 5 times, whatever it may be, you know." And I was like, "Well, don't see if she want to perform." So he was like, "Man, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I don't know how she gonna handle it." So it was a surprise for her basically. And
Yeah.
you know, we thought she was gonna freeze up because every time we did zero, we sold out. That's like 800 people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, she got up there. She was a little nervous. You know, we did our thing, kind of mixed her into my set, rapper K set, and man, she went up there and set it on fire and ain't stopped since. Every
Yeah.
time she's touched the stage, I sit back and be like, man, that response from the crowd is crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So me and Rapper K kind of trying to look out to kind of guide her in the right situation and keep her away from the dirty aspects of the game. You know, as a male artist, we know how dirty the game can be. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So we kind of guide her through that so she don't come up on no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But UV is rocking, really talented, really talented.
Yeah. I'm getting chills just by us talking about her, man, because I'm gonna give my story, my background, how I met her, man, for the people. So Lil Flip concert, you know what I mean? We had the Lil Flip concert a few weeks ago, about a month ago, whatever. And she on stage with Rapper K, with KO. Me and wifey, we up front, and we just looking at me and my wife just looking at each other like, what the fuck? Like, yo, this woman is talented, like super, super talented. The way her stage presence, the way she rocked the crowd, how hype she get. And we just looking at each other like, oh shit, like, yo, we need her to perform at our show tomorrow. You know, so sure enough, as soon as
Yeah.
I get on stage, I go up to Rapper K, tell them who I was, and next night she performing at our fashion show. So big ups,
Oh
man.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She set it off every time, bro. And it still amazed me to this day. And you know, I know how Rapper K feel because at 9 years old, me and my son, he was 9 at the time, I put him on stage to open with me for Bone Thugs and Harmony. You know what I'm saying? So at 9 years old, he was on stage rocking with me with Bone Thugs and Harmony, which he 19 now. You know what I'm saying? And I know that feeling. And it's when you see a child doing what you do, it's like, wow, I can't believe that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah, that's dope. That's super dope. Man, let's talk about how did you get into music? You know, a lot of people or kids get into music when either through school or like choir, church. How did you get your start?
I wouldn't say through church. That's for damn sure. I only went to church because I had to. You go to in Louisiana. In Louisiana, it's either you go to church, Bible study, or whatever. You ain't staying home on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up getting into music um, in high school. You know, I really jammed like a lot of No Limit, and I played basketball. So a lot of my homeboys on the way to the games, they used to freestyle. You know, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I couldn't freestyle to save my life. You know what I'm saying? So you know, through that, school was over, whatever. I started chilling with one of my best friend's brother. He used to own a record company, Big Bay Records, and he had a CD burner, dual this CD burner with a mic plug-in. You know what I'm saying? So we used to sit over there and freestyle. Man, and them niggas told me, oh man, KO, you ever thought about rapping, man? That was dope. And I was like, I mean, I think I can. Yeah, yeah, okay, bet. And I recorded a song, man. That shit was so trash. I felt bad. I say, them niggas lied
He
to me,
said that
bro.
was so trash.
Them niggas lied
No,
to me,
but
bro. They lied to
first
me,
thing
man.
first. First thing first, you just showed our age talking about the CD burner with the microphone.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's back in the day, you know what I'm saying? They kids nowadays looking at me like, what's that, man?
Yo, wouldn't even
Whatever
know
it
what to do
is.
with
Yeah, you know.
it.
So that's what got me started, which around that time. I mean I worked on it, I perfected it. Uh and then I was working overnight and I ended up meeting this guy. So I worked overnight and I used to bring my radio to work. You know, and I used to jam Mystical and No Limit. So I'm on the other side of the stove rapping my lungs out, going hard. And the dude walked up to me. He said, say, bro, you do music? I was like, a little bit, you know. And he was like, man, you got a nice voice on you, you know. I was like, oh, appreciate it. And I kind of stepped back, like, to me, a nice voice. You know, he was like, you ever heard of Clue Mob? I was like, No, I said I heard the name once or twice, you know, around G County. I said, but I wouldn't know them niggas if they were standing in front of me. And he say, that's funny, bro. He say, I'm EI. I'm a rapper and the engineer and producer for Klumar. Why don't you come to the studio after we get off work? You know, so I went to the studio and we chopped it up. And at this time I couldn't count bars. You know, we worked on a beat. He said, all right, go home and write to this. And I wrote. I had like 3 24-bar verses because I didn't know how to count bars. So he was like, wait a minute, you supposed to stop. I said, no, I got more. He said, no, you're supposed to stop back there. So I was like, bro, how am I supposed to count these bars? I don't know how to do that. So he ended up giving me, I said, all right, give me a beat. I need to write because he wanted me to write. So he started clapping his hands and stomping his feet. And I say, bro, what's wrong with you? You all right? He said, no, that's the beat. I said, how is that a beat? He said, listen to the rhythm. I said, well, you just clapping your hands and stomping your feet. And then he said, listen to every beat. And basically he was imitating a kick or a snare or whatever, you know. He said, that's in every beat. So after he told me that, I started hearing beats different, you know, and he told me how to count the bars. Every other one, that's a, you know, here, that's a line. Here, you know, every other one is a bar, you know, 2 lines make a bar, you know what I'm saying? You say 8 bars, 16 lines, you know, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I learned to really count and craft my songs through that way, you know what I'm saying? It was a tough lesson. You know, sometimes I still get in the habit to where I just like, man, I'm just gonna keep rapping. I ain't stopping. I'm gonna keep rapping. You know, I might rap the whole track, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm a big fan on not punching in. Yeah, I know a lot of artists like to punch in. I hate punching in, I really do, but to each his own. You know what I'm saying? They might do 2 lines, 2 bars, punch in. Man, if I can't run my verse all the way through, I'd be mad. You know, if it's a necessity and I get hung up on the last bar or line, we gonna punch it in. But for the most part, if I can't run that verse straight through, nah, I want to run it straight through. It sound more cleaner to me. You know what I'm saying? The flow of it.
Yeah, big facts. We're gonna go ahead and get to one of your songs, and then we're gonna talk about your creative process. We gonna everybody check it out, man. This is Stunt So Fly.
Yeah, Sniper, KO, Re-Up Entertainment. Gonna show them how we do it, man. Yeah, hey, Stunt So Fly, grind hard, make money. I'm a real estate company, that's why all the girls love me. I'm a gangster, I'm a real. Why they tryna hate on me? Wasted in the club, got a pocket full of money. Stunt So Fly, grind hard, make money. I'm a real estate company, that's why all the girls love me. I'm a gangster, I'm a real. Why they tryna hate on me? Wasted in the club, got a pocket full of money. Hey, yo, pressure, my blue team, swinging in the hoop. Homie, I'm fly, stay high like on Hoop Dream. Life like a movie, grind me ridiculous. Girl, you so fine here, gonna stick this pistol in. Wasted in the club, homie, point me where the bitches is. DJ better spin the track, I show 'em what the business is. Reppin' for the streets with a pocket full of dough. At the party at the naked right after the show. And we riding, mobbing, nigga look what I got. Sipping up a Patron, Grey Goose, party non-stop. Sniper keep it hot, hot, let me see it drop. Re-Up Entertainment, we the best, homie, now what? Stunt So Fly, grind hard, make money. I'm a real estate company, that's why all the girls love me. I'm a gangster, I'm a real. Why they tryna hate on me? Wasted in the club, got a pocket full of money. Stunt So Fly, grind hard, make money. I'm a real estate company, that's why all the girls love me. I'm a gangster, I'm a real. Why they tryna hate on me? Wasted in the club, got a pocket full of money. When I walk in the club, it's a bird, it's a plane. Hell no, it's KO, bitch, just take a look at my chain. Still stunting, flying, no, it ain't a damn stain on me. You better cuff your girl, cause she choosing on me, homie. I'm fresh in the bitch, in the club, I act a donkey. Wired up like a wild monkey, stay draped in all black. I'm the real pussy bandit, mister, you can't handle me. The Suntan SupaMan has landed. Ladies better get your camera. Let me take you home, big rock, I'm a damager. Bippin' ain't easy, so I like my girl sleazy. Cause I beat it out the frame. Better check your girlfriend, KO might be on that thing. Stunt So Fly, grind hard, make money. I'm a real estate company, that's why all the girls love me. I'm a gangster, I'm a real. Why they tryna hate on me? Wasted in the club, got a pocket full of money. Stunt So Fly, grind hard, make money.
Shout out to Hustle Bunny, man. Hustle Bunny right there. She used to handle promotion for me. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah,
And
yeah.
then life took its turn, and she had to be a mommy. You know what I'm saying? That's why she say she want the hat, because a lot of people don't know KO actually stand for chaotic one. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
little backstory on that.
Yeah. Yo, let's talk about your creative process when it comes to making music. How does that work for you?
Creative process, man. That's a funny thing, because everybody has this predetermined image of a rapper. Like, oh man, every rapper, you got to smoke. You got to smoke to do what you do. Get your creative process. And every rapper I've been in the studio with, they smoke. I don't smoke. This what I do right here. Free plug. That's what I do. So they say, man, how you be so creative if you ain't high? I'm like, I don't need that, because I got a hell of imagination, when I was growing up. So I can take myself and put myself in certain situations where I can write about it. You know what I'm saying? And for most of it, I like the up tempo music, the club music. I like to see girls dance. I like to see people moving. I like to see people enjoying themselves. So that's a lot of times what my style caters to, being from Louisiana and stuff like that. So I can always take myself and fit it into like a club scene, that party scene. If it ain't, I can make my rhyme, my flow bounce with the beat. You know what I'm saying? So my creative process, I just envision it and I can write about it. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, when I'm rapping about clubs or cars, or even I'm rapping about video game characters, you know what I'm saying? I can just picture all that and write about it. The hardest part is finding the words to put into it to paint that picture to where people can see what you're rapping about.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah. Man, let's talk about your very first performance. How was that? And can you elaborate on it?
Oh, my very first performance, right? It's a funny story. All right. My very first performance, back when I thought I was on it. I ended up signing to a record label. First record label I signed to was Paper Chasing Records out in Galveston, Texas. And so Paper the Ghost was like, "Hey, I got a show, KO." I was like, "Okay." And he say, "All right, we gonna rap." I said, "Yeah, that's what we do." He say, "But we gonna rap with just the beat." I was like, "But we got songs." He said, "Yeah, but we ain't gonna use them songs. Rap your verse to this beat." I was like, "Bro, I just wrote that not too long ago." So I got up there. I was like, "All right." Man, I got up there and forgot every goddamn word I wrote. You know what I'm saying? Every word, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, what am I doing up here? This ain't for me. I don't know. I walked out the club. I'm walking down the street, being to myself. And, one of the artists on the label was called Gauge the Prophet. Cold dude. I wish I still knew where he was at. He's somewhere around here. And he said, "KO, bro, it happened." He said, "That's a learning experience. We all been there." He said, "Now you got to take that and learn from it." You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I pretty much walked out because I embarrassed the hell out of myself. You know what I'm saying? And throughout the years, you kind of learn, because not every artist remember every single thing they wrote. And I learned, I'm gonna tell on myself a little trick of the trade that I learned that I do. If I'm rapping and I forget a line, a word, or whatever, I kind of do this until I catch back up. You know what I'm saying? Because I learned. So I used to tell a lot of artists that I would bring on stage and perform with me. They mess up and they look like deers in headlight. And I'd be like, "Bro, play it off.
Play it
Just
off.
look away
Yeah.
from the crowd. Turn your back something till you catch it." You know what I'm saying? So if you ever see me do that, then 9 times out of 10 I forgot what I was supposed to be rapping. You know what I'm saying? So, but the first show was horrible. First show was horrible. I ain't even gonna lie to it.
And you said you walked out the club. He came up to you, but basically tried to give you some words of encouragement. I'm sure at that point in time you wasn't trying to hear it.
Man, at that time, bro, I was like, I'm done, bro. I said, man, I don't know what I'm doing. I said, man, them niggas gassed me up. And in the studio, I could write. I can get down with the pen and the pad. You know what I'm saying? It's just translating that to the stage is a different process. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I'm done. But Gage was like, bro, it happened. it's a learning experience. Now you need to come back. You need to be on your shit. And ever since then, you know, I was like, okay, bet. You know what I'm saying? I still forget stuff time and time again. You know what I'm saying? We all do, you know, but I learned to mask it or go with it. And sometimes I being an artist, I can see from the stage a different aspect, because a lot of times we see rappers that just they hype man themselves instead of spitting their lyrics. They hype man themselves. You know what I'm saying? And they it's like, bro, you just ad libbing yourself, you know, because they
I've
don't
seen it.
remember.
I've
Yeah,
seen
and
it.
it's me. I'm a performer, so I artists always tell me, man, I go hard, bro. Yeah, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, well, shit, let me see you on stage then. You know, I have to see you on stage, because you could tell me all day you go hard, and you know, I heard I got a big hit next, you know, from everybody, but show me that you can do that on stage. And if you get up there and you rocking on stage, that's gonna suck me into really wanting to know who you are and what you're capable of. But if you
Yeah.
just up there and you still in one spot and you ain't working the stage or whatever, I'd be like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's big on me. It may be a strike against me. I mean, but I do say, when I go into a show and booking my artists for my shows at Scout Bar, I give every artist a chance, because I've been through that situation where it's hard for new artists to get into good shows and in a position. So I'm willing to give a artist a chance. And they say, man, you know, what you think about what I sent you? I say, bro, you ain't got to impress me. You got to impress them people out there. They the one that's going to buy your music. You
Yeah.
ain't got to impress me. I gave you the opportunity. Now you have to take it and run with it. You know what I'm saying? You have to impress that crowd, not me. You know,
Yeah.
I'm to a position where I'm established, I could say, or comfortable. You know, people know me. No, make them know you now. You know what I'm saying?
Man, big facts. I'm glad you said that, man, because you know, so as you know, I host events, put concerts together, this and that. And you just said something that really just that caught my eye, man. You give everyone a chance, you know what I mean? But with you at that point, you would be a promoter, right? How would with you giving everyone a chance, are you willing to take that chance of smearing your name because you booked a bad artist?
No, not really,
And hold
because
on, before you answer that, I'm asking you because I'm at a stage in my career where I'm just getting started on this, and I'm booking underground artists. And my biggest worry is booking an artist that can't work, because there's one thing to be a studio recording artist and then an artist that can get on stage, like you said, and rock it.
performer,
You
an
know what I mean?
artist and a performer is two different things, brother. You know,
Exactly. So with me, it's like sometimes I'm hesitant when the music's sent to me. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm still young in the game, getting my name out there. You already been
right?
out there. So what advice would you give me and to any other promoter out there trying to do that?
Me personally, bro. They would tell me like, "Hey, I'm gonna send you a track." I say, "No, I don't. You know, check me out. I can rock the stage." I say, "Bro, I don't want to hear your track." You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to send it to me to prove it. If you want me to jam it, then send it to me. I say, but don't send it to me asking, you know, do I think you good enough? For any rapper in the game, we all supposed to feel like we number one. You know, we that nigga sitting on top of the mountain. You know, we that one. So you don't have to impress me. When you walk in, you should always feel like you the king of the mountain. So if it get up there and you drop the ball, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Because I let it be known. I give every artist a chance because I knew how tough it was for me to get in situations, you know, from doing these little shows of 20, 30 people, 10 people, to where you're looking at hundreds of people. So I'm willing to give you that chance. And once I pass you that baton, hey, brother, you got to take it and run with it. You got
Yeah.
to make them remember you. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I give everybody a shot. You have to prove your work to the crowd. You know what I'm saying? And some artists I do be hesitant on, but when I build my shows and my rosters for my shows, I make sure I got some hard hitters on there. You know what I'm saying? I make sure I got a couple hard hitters where I can sprinkle the newcomers in, so it don't drag down the vibe of the show. And another big thing with me is I'm not gonna load up my show with 15 artists. I'm not. I refuse to do it. Uh, that's how it goes back in the day. And as a promoter, uh, I look at promoters that do that. as it's cool, yes. But when you look at it from both sides, from me being an artist and a promoter, I know what it takes to get that show going. So if you got 15 artists paying you $300, $400, you're not worried about the artists and what they gonna bring to the crowd, because you might book, 10 trash artists, and you might have a couple banging artists, but by the time the banging artists go on, the crowd mad. Man, we're gonna get some real artists, you know what I'm saying? So I always run 5 artists, 8 at the most, depending on the show, maybe 10. But I rarely book 10. 8 is the max, you know what I'm saying? That way, in between, if the artist wasn't up to par, because all of them is good in their own aspect. There's some that just not good to be on the stage just yet. So I have it spaced out to where, once they get off, I can bring back up the crowd, you know what I'm saying? To bring that energy back up, to keep them back into it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about smearing my name or tarnishing my name, because people know me. Hey, you the artist, make them know you. Make them remember you. You know what I'm saying? And use one of my sayings is always use them as a stepping stone. You know what I'm saying? And it might be like, man, that sounds kind of sideways. But I say that to you, use the artist as a stepping stone. So if you're on the show with an artist that bringing 30, 40, 50 people, you use his fan base as a stepping stone to get to where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? You take them fans, make them your fans, fan snatchers. Shout out to my boy Doc Ola, Witch Doctor, you know what I'm saying? That was his slogan, fan snatchers. And that's how we looked at it. You know what I'm saying? Is I'm going to take your fans and make them my fans. You know what I'm saying? And don't get it twisted. Take my fans, make them your fans. And that's how we build this thing up better. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be on that level.
Utilize me, don't use me.
Yeah, exactly. And you got to be on that. So as a promoter, I do say, hey, it's some out there that's you like, man, why'd I do it? It's some that's a diamond in the rough. But when we're a promoter, it's almost like our job to give them that platform, because we can be like, I don't care about these artists. I just want the money and not care. You know what I'm saying? But as a promoter, it's really not too many DJs like back in the day to break these artists, put them out there. So we have to take that responsibility from the DJs, because some DJs be like, bro, I don't want your record. Nah, you pay me $1,000, I'll play it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when we establish, we kind of got to use our platform and what we got to help somebody else, in hopes that they realize and be like, well, I'm gonna reach back and, get this cat because he looked out for me. He put me on, so we have to take that responsibility as promoters to take that leap of faith and hope they can catch traction and take off running, because it's not no DJs. Back in the day, it used to be DJs. You got to get your record to the DJ. Got to get your record to the DJ. And I always said, hey, you got to get your record in the club, brother. Club. And my thing back in the day was, you need to get your record in the strip club. That was one of my big pet peeves, because I was in the strip club heavy. I said, you need to get your record in the strip club. And I did that, took my advice. And when you got female entertainers, put it that way, I don't want to get canceled, female entertainers arguing with the other one because they want to dance to your song, that's how you really got something that's going to be nice, because the DJ going to catch wind to it. Why these girls keep asking for this song? So he going to want to take notice to it, and he just might spin it on an off night. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was always my outlook. Got to get into the club. You know what I'm saying? Some DJs back in the day, yeah, I'll play your song. Yeah, I'll play your song. Look, bro, play it at the end of the night. Play one verse. You know what I'm saying? See what the crowd do. If they don't feel it, you a DJ. Switch it up. Catch that vibe again. Give them cat a shot. So it's up to us to give them that platform, as I see it, because as you know, and I know as a promoter, Houston is a hella talented city. Hella talented. You know what I'm saying? So if we can do something to, like I said, we never know who's in the crowd, like you said. So we put this artist on and he catch fire because somebody heard him. We did what we were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? We did our job.
Yep, facts, big fact. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you worded that. But that's perfectly way to word it, man. Because at the end of the day, it's not about us. It's not about us at all. It's about these artists. You know what I mean? And that's why I love doing what I do. Like my saying is, I'm living my dream. Let me help you reach yours. You know what I mean? Cause like you said, man, there's so much talent in Houston, and not just in the hip hop industry. It's just the music all around. And I noticed like in the past year, Houston has some major motion coming out of Houston. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And the eyes of the hip hop, the gatekeepers as they call them, they kind of have turned back to Houston because they had turned away from Houston. You know, we had Chameleonaires and the Power Walls and the Slim Thugs, and so we had the focus on us for a long time, but it kind of shifted and turned to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So everything that you've seen getting signed and artists was coming out of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And the difference between Atlanta and Houston, as I see it, Atlanta kind of came together. You know what I'm saying? They didn't fight amongst each other. You had a couple, you know, that's just how it goes. But they kind of came together to help each other out. You know, and if Houston did that, you know, it would be a force to be reckoned with. It's just you have too many egos. You know what I'm saying? I'm better than him. I could do that. You know, but right now with Mexican OT, blowing up super huge, not just a name drop, you know, Peso was doing his thing, which I known Peso back when he went by Potential, you know, when he was in G County. That's how long I known him. You know, D Baby, Chapo, you know, it's a lot of artists catching traction. You know, they didn't turn eyes and ears back to Houston. So, you know, it's people out there wading in the water. You know, they waiting. The people on them yachts, they wading in the water to see what they can pull up. You know what I'm saying? So at this time right now, we don't know who out there, but you know, the eyes is on the city right now. Eyes is on the Houston area. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what's gonna come out of it.
Big facts, man. Let's get back to you for a minute, man. With you being in the game so long, what would you say has been your favorite venue to perform at? Or most memorable venue to perform at?
Bro, you remember when I said I did 96 shows in 1 year, bro? All was not in the same venue, bro. It's, you know, I've been all over Texas, Corpus Christi, San Antonio, Dallas, Austin, Fort Worth, you name it, you know, places in Louisiana where I'm from. And I've seen a lot of clubs. I mean, a lot of clubs, bro. Now, one of my favorite cities that I do like to perform in is Corpus Christi. I love performing in Corpus Christi. Hey, Selena, y'all got it going on out there. That's all I can say about that. You know, but you know, the vibe out there is cool. But I really got out of performing in a lot of areas since I linked up with the owner of Scout Bar. You know, so, and I kind of told him, like, bro, you kind of saved my life if you want to look at it like that, because I used to do my shows in Houston. I stay in Galveston County. So I would leave the venue 2 in the morning, 2:30. I would get home, that's 40-minute drive. I would crash out and go to I wake up because I had to be to work at like 5:30, 6 o'clock back then. You know, and I was doing 2 shows a night sometimes Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I might do a show on Galveston, then do one on the north side, or south side, then the north side. And, you know, I had a couple instances where I fell asleep driving, you know, and wrecked my car. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the bad ones that I had that I'll never forget, I was this, I'm gonna put a timestamp on myself. This back when Rob G was really hot, repping my block, you know what I'm saying? And I got the call to open for Rob G. I was happy. I went out party, got off work that night because I work nights, party, you know, so I went and celebrated, went to the strip club by myself. So coming home from the strip club, I wasn't drunk, you know, my cousin was one of the managers there. He said, bro, you know, you got your own VIP room. That's how big I was in the strip club. You got your own VIP room, go catch a nap. Can't folk, you look tired. I said, no, I'm good. While I was driving home, and I was like, bro, I'm gonna stop and give me something to eat. I'm tired, and I'm fighting it the whole time. Well, while I was exiting the freeway, I ended up flipping my truck 5 times.
Oh, shit.
5 times. I had no seatbelt on. I never wear a seatbelt, you know, especially after that. So I flipped my truck 5 times. everything in my truck got threw out of my truck but me, you know. And I was fine, a couple scratches, you know, picking up my shit. The police officer say, bro, we got a call of a rollover. I woke up in the passenger seat, basically, climbed out. Police pulled up.
Damn.
I'm picking up my rhymes because everything got through out. I'm picking up my folders, and he said, yo, bro, you was in that truck? Or he say, is that your truck? I say, it was. He said, was you in there? I say, I was. And he was like, well, we got the ambulance coming, you know, and they tried to take me to the hospital. I told them no. You know, I called my mom. She came and picked me up. They fought with me to go to the hospital because I didn't want to go. And we pull up to the hospital triage, you know, and the lady say, hey, what are you here for? I say, I was in a wreck. And they say, a wreck? I say, a Dickinson truck rolled over. They say, well, they waiting for you out there with the stretcher and the ambulance. What you doing here? I said, I'm fine, you know, blah, 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 whatever. So I went home, went to sleep. The show was the next night. I went home, went to sleep, or the following day, actually. The same day, just that night. I went to sleep. I woke up. You know, they put the message out, KO ain't performing. You know, he was in a wreck, y'all, whatever, for KO. So I woke up and called him like, hey, where y'all at? I called Hustle Bunny. And she was like, well, we getting ready to go to the show. I said, what you mean you getting ready to go to the show? Y'all forgetting me. So I made them come get me, and I did a show after I wrecked my truck. Like, it was probably about a good 10 hours, 12 hours after that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, just a little backstory. Favorite venue I could say has been Scout Bar. I've been there for 9 years, bro. I love being in the crowd at Scout Bar, just in general, but I lost touch with a lot of the other clubs and promoters I used to work with because, like I said, I'm driving 20 minutes down the road now. And if I'm driving 45 minutes for a crowd of 30 people, 60 people, you know, twice a night or every other night, where I can stand on stage in front of 500 to 800, you know, that's good for me. You know what I'm saying? So Scout Bar has showed me love, and I love the venue. I love the people. They love me up there. So, like I said, I lost touch with a lot of people. I used to have Toke Bar a lot back in the day, but like I said, I ain't got to drive up the road no more. And Toke Bar's closed now. So
yeah, man. Big shout outs to Scout Bar. Big shout outs to Bones. Big shout outs, man, to everybody that's working there, man. I love both them spots, man. Big shout outs to Chris Hardy, man. Punk Star Radio, for real.
I actually work for Punk Star Radio on the hip hop side.
Oh, really?
I handle. Yes, I work Punk Star Hip Hop. I'll do any show that pertains to hip hop with Punk Star. I handle that. You know, I handle all the major hip hop shows with Bone. That's the owner of Scout Bar. Bone, it's the lead singer of The Hunger. So I met him by conflict, putting me on stage with Bone Thugs and Harmony one time, and they saw me perform 1 minute, one little verse. He said, "Man, come back." And I talked to him. I said, "Bro, you need a DJ. I don't like DJs. I don't do DJ." I said, "You need a host." "I don't like hosts. I don't do hosts." I said, "Bro, let me do this one time." And he fought me on a tooth and nail. And the manager at the time, he said, I'm looking at the crowd. They mad. I said, "Man, you got 800 people crammed in here, shoulder to shoulder like sardines, and you wonder why people get mad. You ain't got nothing to take their mind off of it." So I say, "Man, let me get the mic." He said, "Man, Josh," he said, "Fuck it, KO, do what you do." And I grabbed the mic and I got up there. I started cutting up, and all of a sudden, the Facebook page started blowing up from Scout Bar. It was like, "Man, we went to go see a hip hop show. We didn't know we was gonna see a comedy show, man. That dude was up there. We enjoyed it." And ever since then, he put me in that position to host the shows. Then I became direct support for a lot of his major artists, to where you see me, you see them, and I hosted. Then it became, "Well, KO, you said you host and you promote. You know, what do you think about this artist?" So I would give him input on artists. Now that's too much. So now I handle a lot of the booking for the majors hip hop for Scout. Well, I work a lot of the deals, you know, because Bone don't know hip hop. He's a rocker. You know, he's a rock and roll person. So sometimes they might throw him like, "Man, I'm giving you a good deal, $10,000. I was like, "Bro, he ain't did nothing since like 98, bro." I said, at best, I say 3, you know, and he was like, "Man, you saved me a lot of money on that," you know, so that's what I do for him, you know what I'm saying? So big shout out to Scout Bar and Bones. I fought him to buy Bones because it was empty upstairs for a long time. I fought him for 2 years and he finally bought it, and it's been moving ever since.
Yeah. Now, we had our fashion show at Bones. Man, that was dope. It was real dope, man. everyone that was involved. You know what I mean, from the staff to the ownership. Real good people, real accommodating, man. So big shout outs to them, man. I look forward to doing some more work with them up there myself. Man, let's talk about man, you've been on stage with a bunch of big name artists throughout your career. What would be the most memorable artist that you've worked with, whether it's on stage or in the studio?
Man, man, it's so many artists. I couldn't even name one specific artist. I can go by a couple shows. Like one of the best shows that I performed on and witnessed was Jarren Benton. His stage performance was crazy. I mean, when it comes to performing, dude got down and performed. That's one of the memorable shows. Even when I did the show with Whitney Peyton and Kutt Calhoun, Whitney Peyton is a hell of a performer too for a female white rapper. She's a hell of a performer. I did a show with Krizz Kaliko and Tech Nine's son, the Talk Up On It tour, and you know, I build my stage performance off of Tech Nine, how he entertained Tech Nine, Bone Crusher, David Banner, stuff like that. And nobody is messing with Tech Nine and Krizz Kaliko on stage. And those are artists I like to see. So it's just a list. You know, I've been on stage, you name them 9 times out of 10, I've been on stage with them. I even been on stage and opened for the Moonshine Bandits. You know, a lot of you probably like, who the hell is that? They some country rapping white boys from California. You know
That's why I'm laughing, because I know who they are.
hey, I was on stage at that show. I wore some crocodile skin shorts, a white tee, a big chain, a cowboy hat, and like some white Air Force Ones and some shades, right? And you know, what's funny is there was like 3 people in that club. 2 of them came with me.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a show, and kind of told the manager at the time, they say, from now on, we come back, bro, we do not want any real hip hop artists opening for us. So, you know, it was cool. Shout out to Bird and Big Tex. They some cool ass white boys, and they really jam. You know, even the singer from Rehab was in there, and I was trying to entertain, and I ended up doing a rendition of Sitting at the Bar. You know, not knowing the lead singer, I forgot his name, of Rehab, was actually there with the Moonshine Bandits, which he actually came out and watched. Both of them came out and watched our show. Me and Conflict did a hip hop rendition of Sitting at the Bar. You know, he actually walked up and congratulated us on that. He said he liked it.
That's dope, man. What would you say has been some of the biggest obstacles in your career in this industry?
There's a lot, bro. There's a lot. I learned a lot. You know, you can only bump your head so many times before you learn to duck. You know what I'm saying? I bumped my head quite a few times trying to get in and get signed. And, you know, I didn't have like the money to get paid for flyers all the time. So I learned to do flyers on my own, learn to do graphics on my own. You know, I learned to record myself in the studio. You know, I always tell artists, don't be that dumb cat in the studio that don't learn. You know, when Sniper was mixing and mastering, I was over at the shoulder. So I learned to record myself in the studio. Then, I mean, trying to find a record label was always a hard part. So I actually started my own record label, which is Gorilla ENT, and I spell it GEAUXREALLA, like Go Gorilla. You know, like I always feel like a gorilla is like the strongest thing on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Independent. You know what I'm saying? The king of the jungle ain't the lion. You think about it, the lion ain't even in the jungle. The motherfucker's in the desert. You know, the king of the jungle is the gorilla.
Yo, real shit. Hold up. Yo, for real. I just thought, that's some real shit.
The king of the jungle ain't even in the jungle, bro. He's in the desert. You know, the ape, the gorilla, is in the jungle. You know, you might get some panthers and shit like that, but you know, when it comes to strength and independent, it's a gorilla. You know, so I spelt it with a Louisiana lingo on it as the Go, GEAUX, and then it's spelled REALLA. ALLA as real. I'm a Rilla, you know what I'm saying? So Gorilla is my company, and that's what I started probably about a couple years ago with the help of Hustle Bunny. You know, I can't see that little words right there.
She
My
said,
bad. You know.
she says, and now a business owner, graphic artist, and apparel. And I'm glad she said that, because my next question for you is, what are some talents that you have that your fans might not know?
I mean, everybody know that I do everything kind of on my own. I design my own t-shirt designs because I didn't have money to pay for somebody to design my logos for me or graphics for me. So I learned to do them myself. You know, I learned to do my show this myself, you know, because engineers couldn't get it quite to how I wanted it. And I did this years ago. I started making my show this one track. So I would take and chop up. If you give me 10 minutes, I might put 10 songs in there, you know, 15 songs in there, because the way I see it is we not major artists, so they don't want to hear whole songs from us. We not 50 Cent, we not T.I., we not Jay-Z, you know, so I will cram as many verse hook into a song or into one track to where it's a roller coaster ride on my show. I take you up with some energy, some riding, bring it down here, some party music to showcase my talents. I might rap fast, might rap slow, might do some emotional stuff. You know, that's to give them that ride. And I started doing this years ago, and DJ used to be like, "Where's your show disc?" And I would give it to them. They say, "Man, it's only one track on here." I said, "Yeah, that's my show disc." They say, "Man, we need 3 tracks." I say, "No, you don't. You know, each song is about what, 3 minutes, 30 seconds. You break that down. How many minutes is that?" "Well, you just got one long track, but it's broken down." I said, "All you need to do is push play. I don't need you to stop nothing. I don't even need you to scratch nothing. All my breaks is in there. Just push play." You know, and DJs are like, "Bro, I've never seen that before." You know, that's cool. You made my job easy. I said, "Yeah, because I don't want you messing me up by stopping my track or you know, scratching in it. The only downfall to that is if you're in a janky club and the power cut off, you can't go back to that track where you started at." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but I do it all myself. Graphic design, show this, you name it. You know, I could do it on my own. Some people pay me for graphics, which I don't like to do graphics for people because I can envision how I want my graphic to look, and it's hard to translate that for somebody else. And I don't want to take their money, and it's not quite right. You know, I know what I want. You know, I'm pretty sure they know what they want for their music, their money. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like I said, I do everything myself. Like that's my logo. Revamped it, redesigned my logo. If you ever looked at my belt, my whole belt is custom with logos I've done. You know, from my old school logo, the old school KO. You know what I'm saying? I revamped it just to reinvent some stuff. You know what I'm saying? And like say the hat, chaotic. You know, so I do it all. I got people in place that if I need shirts done, I can take my design to them, get it pressed up, and have shirts for sale or throw away or whatever. You know, I had a t-shirt shop, site got shut down. You know, I shipped all over the world from here to Germany to, you know, I had orders in China. You know, it's crazy. So
that's actually what I wanted to touch on. Let's talk about your recognition you get out there in Germany. What's that about?
Man, it all started in Germany. Was if people are familiar with hip hop in Germany, they really mess with the United States hip hop tough, and it's a lot of them that really mess with Houston music tough. You know, so once K Reno put out the song Last Letter, you know, my Facebook started blowing up with people from Germany. I'm like, who the hell is this? You know, I don't know these people, you know, and they found me from that song, you know, just from K Reno's stamp, and it just blew up ever since. And I got features with guys out in Germany. You know, one of the big ones is my partner DNS. He is SPC 2G now. You know, he hit me up, or a mutual friend from Facebook said, "Hey, I got a guy that was in a bad car wreck. You know, I saw your wreck. He's really cold at music, but he's lost a love for it, but he loves South Park Coalition. Can you do a song with him?" You know, so I hit him up. He shot me a beat. he gonna be mad at me for it, but it took me like a year to write to the damn track because that's just how I am. Unless it's an urgency, you know. So I got in the track, and ever since then, the song title is like Ross in the Rain, some shit like that. I think I said it right, but it's Out in the Rain is the track, and ever since then, you know, he had a big falling out there. So a lot of his people that messed with him kind of gravitated towards me. And, you know, for me and him building a close bond through music, you know, when he sent me the track, I was like, bro, just send me the hook. And he sent me the hook. And I was like, why you send me a verse? I don't even know what the hell you saying. So he Google translated it for me. You know, but I was still on the right topic, though. He Google translated it for me, you know, and we've been click tight for years, and his English he can actually speak and whole conversation in English. And now just from being in the camp with 2G, shout out to DNS, you know, he's the beast from overseas. You need some production, some graphics. Dude is nice.
That's dope.
He's nice.
That's dope. Now, are you working on anything? What can we expect from you this year?
This year, let's see here. This year, what have I done? I've done a whole lot of nothing. I emptied a lot of bottles though, but you know, but now this year we actually have an official SPC 2G album. Technically 2 albums, not 1, but 2. This is our official first release. We recorded so much music, we decided to break it down because we have 2 albums worth of material. That's coming out later this year. 1, we still got to get a title for it. I actually dropped 3 mixtapes myself, they're called Concept Killer, and I spell them KO, you know, Concept Killer. As being a mixtape, my series is like, I feel you didn't touch that beat right, so I'm gonna take that beat, put my touch on it, and kill it. You know, so that's the series. Concept Killer, My World, My Way, Volume 1, Volume 2, Concept Killer Flames. Volume 3 is Aftershock, and then I was supposed to do like 2 more because I did graphics and I got happy ahead of myself. Volume 4 was supposed to be Breaking Point. Volume 5 is supposed to be The Zik, and I was done with that. I'm only at 3. I've been recording pieces here for 4. SPC 2G, we did 1 mixtape called Brothers in Arms, which I did the graphic work on that. Then we got like 3 or 4 more underground albums from SPC 2G, but officially we releasing the actual album this year, and we're gonna break it down so you have 2 SPC 2G albums coming this year.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's what's up. Man, I got 2 more questions for you before we end this and play the your last song. Man, what
I told you, bro. Whatever you want to whatever you want to ask me, bro. I ain't finna sit. I don't study, bro. I didn't study in school. I cheated, bro.
List of questions. I'm just freestyling with you, man.
I cheated in school, bro. I told my teachers against my religion to do homework. I cheated today. I don't need no cheat sheet. I don't need no. Ask me whatever, bro. I'm gonna give you the honest answer.
Man, what advice would you give to the next generation pursuing their goals and dreams, whether it's in the music industry or something else?
You got to stay consistent, man. Consistency is the main thing, you know, and it's kind of like that meme that you would see. It pop up on Facebook every now and then or whatever, where you see the 2 guys digging for diamonds, and one of them stopped like 2-3 strikes away, but the other guy keep digging, you know, and you quit, you give up, and you don't know, you right there on that edge of blowing up, you know what I'm saying? So you just got to say persistent, consistent, creative, you know, and keep it moving, man. You just got to do all that. 2G is side A and side B. That shout out. That's Damn Twin. I think that's the Cypher DT, man. Shout out to, I want to say Decipher. It's either him or Shorty. I don't know. They look alike. They identical twins. You know, they identical twins. You know. So, but yeah, you just got to stay consistent. Proper planning prevents piss poor performance, bro.
Yeah.
That's something you got to think about.
Before I ask you the last question, we're gonna go ahead and get on to another track, man. This one's called "Never Give Up."
Oh yeah. That's just me straight rapping.
Man I worked for at one of the biggest companies in New York City. He didn't own his own company. White man owned it, so they own him. Nobody owns me, though. Most important thing in business is honesty. Bribery, extortion, integrity, hard work, murder, racketeering, vanity. Never forgetting where we came from. Who is this guy? You are what you are, and what you are is either one or two things. Either you're somebody, or you ain't nobody.
I will never give up, never cease to succeed. I am the Prince of Peace, like the raging, Cajun, Remy LeBeau. You can analyze and criticize the way I flow. I just switch it up, bring it back with a different flow. Haters be like, oh no, but my fans are like, uh-oh. Hey, yo, that nigga's about to blow. They know I get wild, I'm a voodoo child, mean as a crocodile. I'm balling in the game, dishing out flagrant fouls. Going against me, that's a technical foul. You standing in my lane, better not take the charge, cause I'm plowing over fools like Toro the Bull. And yes, I got bull, a beast in the game, I'ma eat till I'm full. This is home improvement, so I stay with the tool. You fucking fool, I'll rip your ass apart like some cheap ass shoes. Rio will not lose. I'm still on my shit, getting gutter, crime and gritted it. Niggas, y'all don't want it, oops, I just shitted it. Dirty South nigga, New York, I get with it. Got Anna on your chest, get your wig fitted it. No timber, plain teeth, hat stay fitted it. So stop with your fussing, if you piss me off, I bang you up like percussion. Hurting heads, concussion, loose nigga, I tighten up. Similar to life with suction, it's no hose bar, so move out of the way. It's a must, I fold board, just like Humphrey. I'm coming for the spot, cause these niggas got comfy. I am a road boy, you know wanna run with me, cause I got rules with me that they grab the pump for me, then run rump, pump, leaving niggas slump for me, so I can run T. You don't wanna compete, it's like eyes on my feet, cause if you challenge me, I can see your defeat.
Man, let's go. I rock with, man. I can
that
also
was
say,
just
man,
me spitting, bro.
I haven't. You're one of the few artists where I've listened to your music, and I can honestly say there's not one track where I was like, You know what I mean? Like, everything you put out is fire, like real shit.
Well, I appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? And I have my second thoughts on some tracks. I just like to be creative, you know what I'm saying? That's why none of my music really sound the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a totally different vibe than, you know, Stunt So Fly. You know,
I was just about to say that
right.
party vibe. So man, let's do a cypher type of straight,
right?
You know what I mean? Straight lyrical shit.
I always say I don't wanna fit in. I want to stand out. Don't box me in, because I can rap with anybody on any beat. You give me the track, I can take your style, flip that to my style, and bring it and match your energy on your track. Because, you know, I got those slow jamming songs where you can ride and vibe. I got those Miami club, you know, we doing the dance and Pitbull type songs, you know what I'm saying? I do it all, you know what I'm saying? I see Hustle Bunny sending me notes over here. I'm getting text messages. She said where I'm located. she like I said, she used to handle a lot of business for me. You know, like I said, life hit, had to be a mommy. But she's still sending me notes on the side. She said where I'm from, I am located in G County. You know what I'm saying? Galveston, Texas. We call it G County. It's a lot of talent down here, and I can go on for days. You know, I will shout out my partner Jack the Ripper for one. It's a lot of talented artists.
Real,
Hey, that's a legend. You know, he's a legend from the Salty Water days. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't many artists that can stand up to Ripper, because Ripper is hella dope, hella talented, man. You know, big shout out to him, Clue Mob, Killer Cub. But I can go on for days naming the artists that we got down here that, you know, some of them still doing this, some of them kind of fell back. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to G County for one. Shout out to 337 in the 409, Jacktown, Jennings, Louisiana. That's where it started from, you know.
Yeah. All right, man. Last question before we go ahead and end this, man. Here's a chance to sell your music to us, man. Everybody watching the future, man. We all got $20 to our name. We at the grocery store about to get our badass, snotty ass nose kids some food. Tell us why we should spend our last 20 on your music instead of buying groceries.
Technically, if you want to be technical about it, my mixtapes I'm only gonna charge you 10. So you gonna buy 2 and get the third one free
Hey,
because I have Concept Killer Volume 1, 2, and 3 on USBs. I started this like 10 years ago. So that's how I sell my music. So when you spend that 10, you getting like 60 songs, you know what I'm saying? Because I was one of those cats that I'm gonna fill up that whole CD, from
yeah.
intro songs, So you're gonna get about 60 tracks for $10. You know what I'm saying? And hey, you buy the USB, I don't care what you do with it. You can erase it, throw it out the window. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? You can step on it. I don't give a fuck what you do with it. You pay for it. It's yours. You got the right to do what you want with it. You know what I'm saying? But if you want a good music experience, somebody that's not gonna fit in, because I don't try to be like any other artist, because I was always told be yourself. Be yourself, because everybody else is taken. Be yourself. You don't have to be the next Drake. You don't have to be the next Lil Wayne. You drive into the lane that those guys already created. You'll never get ahead that way. Create your own lane where you can pass.
Yeah.
So if you want a good mix of music, songs ain't gonna sound the same. Hey, spend that 10 with me. Come shop with me, baby. I'll get you right. Whether you like it,
Big,
love
big
it,
facts.
hey, it is what it is,
Big facts. Man, if y'all haven't seen KO perform live, man, I highly recommend it, man. Like I said, his energy is out this world, man. His stage presence, man, he's overall good dude, man. That's why I love doing what I do, man. I meet so many great artists, we build relationships. But this is what 127, 128th interview, man. We handpicked every single person to be on here, and like I've ran into artists, some amazing artists, some artists where I truly believe where they could be that next thing, but their attitude is shitty. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yes, yes.
And I refuse to have that on my platform. You know what I mean?
Your
Ain't connect.
persona will carry you a lot. Your persona will carry you far. It will carry you far when you're an overall good dude with good energy and intentions, and you're genuine and pure. That will carry you far in this game of snakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody that mess with me know I do square business. I tell them all the time, I do 100 straight up square business all over around the table. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of my niche in the game. When artists come to me for a show, they know I'm gonna handle square business. So if you on that level and you grounded and you carry yourself and you treat people right, hey, you go a long way, man. You go a long way.
Big facts. Before we get out of here, Hustle Bunny said, when people are struggling and feeling stressed, they may need to spend money watching KO act a fool on stage and make you forget how much life be lifing for just a little while. Big facts, man. Yo, we got Tone Hood Life in the building. He said, shout outs to KO. I confused the title.
Tight eyes.
Title at the show on the 30.
Hey,
Yo, it's
hey,
saying
on that, bro.
We gonna go ahead and end it, bro. I truly appreciate you, man. For real. I love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, man. For real. Yo, this
No
your
doubt,
boy.
no doubt. We gonna link up.
Yo, for sure, definitely. Hell yeah, definitely. Man, it's your boy Regular Talk with the Regular Talk Podcast, Regular Talk Sports Podcast, Regular Talk Management and Promotions, HoustonCityBeat.com. We are the storytellers of Houston. Man, it's a wrap. We've been kicking it with hip-hop artist KO. Man, we done. We out of here. Appreciate every single one of y'all. Have a great night. Catch us back tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. for the early morning mix from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. And then at 7 p.m., I got an episode with professional football team, the Houston Energy, a few of their players. Their season starts April 27th, so we're going to interview them and see what they got going. H-Town, we love y'all.